Well guys, welcome back to another video, and I'm super excited today because Garde Pro sent me one of their cameras to review, and then I'm going to do a field test, and at the end I'll compare it to a couple of the other cameras on the market. But this is actually my first ever camera that is solar powered. Most of my other ones are battery, or all of my other ones, not most, are battery powered, and this one just comes with one big lithium battery, and then, let's see here, right on the side is where you can plug it in. They actually send you the cord with it, and it's USB-C or the USB adapter, which is pretty cool. They actually send all that together. And then, of course, you got the strap for the camera. But here is the solar panel right here, which I'm really stoked to try out. Most of the time, my cameras only last like maybe, my other cameras, maybe 2 weeks or so, especially if I have a lot of deer coming in and then I have to replace the batteries, and as everybody knows, is expensive. But here's the camera itself, and I'm going to show you guys inside. This is actually where the battery goes, and then right here is the interface, and you can actually change a lot of settings from here, but also you can set them on the app, so I like that. You can do either one, and I usually like doing it from the app, but if somebody likes that, they can do that. But I am super stoked to try this out. Let's go set it up. Alright guys, I'm actually at the spot where I hunt, and I'm super excited because deer season comes in about a week and we can start all that off, so that's amazing. But my blind is actually right there, corn's right here, so all ready and set up for hunting season when it comes in. But my camera, I'm actually going to sit it on this tree right here, so it gets all that perfectly, and hopefully get something coming in here. That should be perfect. Now to put the solar panel on, actually all I gotta do is unscrew this, and the screws, actually Garde Pro sent me these, will just go straight in there and screw to the tree, or if you want to put a board on the tree, you can screw it to the board so it's more level or whatever, but I'm actually screwing it straight to the tree. And what I'm going to do is actually put it on this side right here, because, and my camera's facing this way, but I want it right here because this is where most of the sun is hitting. All right, then all I have to do is just screw this on. Really simple. Want this getting as much sun as possible. Look at that. That is actually really perfect. Let me make that tighter so it don't really move. All right. And that comes with a really long cord, so you can actually put it as far as you need it to go. All right, then this end right here just plugs into the bottom of this camera, just like that. And then the battery is actually right in there. So that's all there is to it. Then I can switch it on, make sure it turns on. There it goes, loading. And the SD card is actually already in this, so it basically, you don't actually have to have an SD card, it's already in there. So make sure it turns on like that. Then that's it, and we'll close it. There we go. All right, there we go guys, all set up under there. And I actually took the zip tie they gave me, zip tied it, and then actually put it underneath this strap. And you actually don't have to do that, but I figured that actually worked really good. And this right here is so simple to actually screw into the tree that if I actually not get enough sun, I need to move it up higher, I can, and it's extremely simple to do. And I actually can't wait to see how this camera performs, like the clarity of the pictures and videos compared to like other cameras on the market, stuff like that. But I'm gonna give it about 3 days, and hopefully in that time I can get quite a bit of footage, hopefully some deer, and I know I have raccoons around here, hopefully they'll come in. Well guys, I've been field testing the Garde Pro, and let me just say I'm very impressed. Like the picture quality is actually really amazing. The picture you see on the screen is not even HD, and it is like crystal clear. Now, also, I have a Tacticam, and I want to kind of compare the two. The photos side by side, you really can't tell much difference, and Tacticam is like a really high dollar camera. Also, something that this has that I've never had with any other camera I own, I actually own Moultrie 2, and that is this can record up to 5 minutes of video, which is really crazy. That's actually what I have it set on, is for 5 minutes. Most of the other ones is like 15 to 30 seconds of video. And this actually has something called light video previews. And basically I can have it set for 5 minutes, 1 minute, whatever I want, and it'll actually play the video for you. And it's kind of glitchy a little bit, but it's like designed that way. So then you can just go through the video and you're like, okay, the buck lifts his head right here. Oh, I want this part of it. And then you can download 10 seconds of that into HD. But you can't actually download the whole video at once in HD. If you actually want the whole video, say it's a big buck, what you'll do is just download 10-second intervals all the way up to 5 minutes. And then you can download it onto your phone and then put it on your editing software, and then you'll have a 5-minute video. But I've actually never had a camera you could actually do that, where you can actually pick and choose, like from the 5-minute video they send you, what you want. Like I've actually had a buck, he had his head down, I was wanting him to lift it, so on my Moultrie I hit for HD video, and he never lifted his head in the video, and I'm like, ah. So that is actually a really cool feature, and I've never had that with any other camera that I own, so that's actually pretty crazy. Alright, now I'm going to show you guys the app, and it's a pretty intuitive app. It's basically a lot like the others. This right here is your gallery, and that's where all the photos and videos are. And I will say one thing that this one does not have that a lot of the other ones does, and it is like folders. If you want to have like a big buck folder and you put your photos in there, stuff like that. This is just, you can have it in your gallery. But I usually download the photos off my phone anyways, and then put them in folders on an external hard drive, so I don't really care about that. But let me go to cameras, go here, and go to settings. And then you can have your camera name, so I have it set as my name, Evan, and then password. Cellular, I have it set on instant, but actually it's better to set it as like for intervals of maybe like every 3 hours or whatever. Even on any other camera, it's better to do that because it saves battery. But I have it on instant for right now. Now, Cellular photo quality, their quality actually blew me away without even downloading an HD photo, and that is 960 by 540 is what you want to have, and you'll have crystal clear photos. And then mode, I have it set on detection. You can actually do time lapse, but I want it if a deer comes in, I want to know. So then photo quality, you don't want it on 2MP, which is the lowest. You want it on 48, and like I said, you'll have crystal clear pictures. Video quality, actually earlier I had it set on 1080p, but I didn't realize there's actually one above that, so I have that set there now. And then video length, you can go from 3 seconds all the way to 5 minutes, like I was saying earlier. And then that actually can be for day or nights. And then video sound, yeah, I want sound in my video, so I have that turned on. And then video format, they have MP4 or MOV. I have the MP4 because I think that's, for like social media stuff, I think that's better. Or you don't have to do as much or something, but that's what I have it set on. Then detection delay, you can set it all the way up to 6 minutes, or actually no, you can go way more. You can set it to an hour. I have it on 0 because as soon as a deer comes in, I want it to be detected. And then sensitivity, I have it on high because if something's way out, I want it to detect it. And then they have the side motion sensors. You want to make sure that you turn those on, or you're not going to get detection on the sides. And that's basically what these cameras right there are for, are the lenses. And then loop recording. Now loop recording is interesting, and I actually have it on. It's, if you select on option, will cause the oldest files to be overwritten with new captures when the SD card reaches its capacity. With option selected, the camera will stop capturing images once the SD card reaches capacity. And this actually came with the pre-installed SD card. So that's what that is all about. Then operation hours. You can actually set it if you want certain time periods. I want it, or like some people probably set it for like morning and then evening. I want it anytime. I'm not even really sure what infrared strip is. I'll show state, date, time, temperature, moon phase on each capture. Alright, and then there's the date, time format, and time zone. Alright, now we're going to move into Garde Pro plans. So it starts off with basic, 500 photos or 5,000 video previews. First camera $7, additional $5 each camera. And you also get a 10-minute live stream, and that's actually something I haven't went through yet, and I'm going to tell you guys about that. It's actually pretty cool. And then there's standard, 1,500 photos or 15,000 video previews. $10 first camera, additional camera $7, and then you get the 10-minute live stream. Premium, get unlimited photos or video previews, first camera 15, additional camera 11, and then 10-minute live stream. And then they actually have a free trial too, and it's accounts first plan free for 1 month, data as per selected plan. Now, if you want to download HD photos or videos, you gotta get an additional plan. And this is kind of like Tacticam. Tacticam, you have to pay like an extra $8 a month to get HD videos or HD photos. Now their plan is for 50 HD photos or 250 photos is $5. For 200 HD video seconds it's $5, and then for live stream it's 60 minutes. And like I said, I'm going to tell you guys about live stream here in a little bit. Okay, now I'm actually going to get into the live stream, and most cameras do have the capability of like live streaming, but a lot of them you have to be within Wi-Fi range. This one you do not. Now there are sometimes, it usually comes down like the left corner of my phone app when I'm on their Garde Pro app, and it usually is on the left hand corner. Now sometimes it's not there, and I think that's because it's not connecting well, but I've been driving in the car miles away and been able to hit that and see a live video preview of what's in front of it, which is actually pretty crazy because normally you have to be in Wi-Fi range. So that is something that this has that actually Moultrie and Tacticam do not. So that is actually a really cool feature. Alright, now we are actually going to get into the solar panel and with the battery. This is my first time I've ever had a camera with the solar powered option, and what I did was just set up the solar panel, and because there was sun shining on that spot of the tree at that particular time. Well, that's actually kind of dumb of me. For the battery to really last a long time, you got to have it in the sun basically all day, and I did not. So the battery didn't last like crazy long, and I have it on like instant upload, so that actually drained the battery pretty quickly too. But that was mainly my fault because I don't care what camera it is, the solar panel has to be in the sun if you're going to get power to it. So I actually was though impressed with the solar panel. If I can get it in the sun the whole time, I shouldn't really have a problem. That was my fault. But I actually think that is really cool for the first time having that and just having a big battery. And like I said, you can actually, if the battery for whatever reason does run out of charge, you can just take it out of your camera and go charge it up, and that battery's going to last a while. Well guys, as I've already said, Garde Pro has just really impressed me. And they actually also have tons of different styles of cameras, tons of accessories, different things you can do with them, so you can find one for you. I will actually, if you're interested, leave a link down in the description and you can go check their website out. If you do buy through that link, I do get like a commission off of it, so I would appreciate that, but that is totally up to you. But if you're thinking about getting a trail camera, this is a very good option to try out. I'm very impressed with them. I hadn't really even heard of them, and for some of the features and everything that they have, it is actually really amazing. But as always, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.